When we last saw Dexter Morgan, he had abandoned his young son, faked his death, and become, well, a lumberjack, complete with a big beard and his own small trailer in the middle of Oregon. The new revival of the popular Dexter series on Showtime, set 8 years after the finale, will see the well-meaning titular serial killer played by Michael C. Hall living under an assumed identity in Iron Lake, New York. He'll be dealing with new setbacks and foes, including the villainous Mayor Caldwell, played by Clancy Brown, and Chief of Police Angela Bishop, played by Julia Jones. As executive producer Clyde Phillips warned viewers, heads will roll. This is Dexter, people are going to die. When John Lithgow was added to the revival, however, fans were understandably curious about what his actual role would be. His character, Arthur Mitchell, aka the Trinity Killer, was killed by Dexter at the end of Season 4. How exactly does someone come back from that, especially with Dexter's patented methods that assure his victims are truly gone? John Lithgow won an Emmy for his frightening work as Mitchell and was arguably a pivotal character on the show. He was a foil for Dexter who could seemingly balance his double life as a serial killer with his role as a husband and father. In some ways, Dexter finally found someone he could relate to as a person, at least when it came to his most primal desires and the justifications of his actions. By killing Dexter's wife Rita, however, the Trinity Killer, a man who was abusive toward his own family, put an end to Dexter's dream of having it all as both a killer and a family man. Dexter kills Mitchell and the Trinity Killer persona along with him, though his inner peace is still years away. We can speculate about how Arthur will return to the show, but according to Deadline, Lithgow is only working for about a day on set. If this is the case, it's unlikely that his character will be a consistent presence during the revival. We also don't expect him to portray someone other than Mitchell, as the Trinity Killer is still one of the most unsettling characters in all of TV. There must be a specific reason that Lithgow has rejoined the show, and for this, we need to look deeply into the personality of Dexter. How long could Dexter suppress his natural urges? That should be one of the biggest questions you ask when the new episodes air. Away from the constant threat and temptation that a normal life brought him, Dexter's new weapon of choice is an axe. But instead of cutting into human flesh, he's cutting into trees. It can't possibly be what he really wants, could it? Somewhere inside, an inner voice pokes at him, reminding him of his true nature.
Hello, Dexter Morgan.
While Dexter may have decided toward the end of his run as a killer that he no longer needs the code, that doesn't mean his demons have left. The Trinity Killer took Dexter's wife away, cutting deeper than any blade. It's not much of a stretch to think that the Dark Passenger could return. But this time, what if it bears a new face? A simple reminder of who Dexter is and what he's capable of wouldn't take much dialogue. Lithgow probably didn't need any more than a day on set to deliver an emotionally compelling exchange with Dexter. Their scene or scenes could be the catalyst that causes Dexter to return to his murderous life. Or it might be a final catharsis for the former forensics master. Although the Trinity Killer is back, that doesn't mean Dexter will snap and murder the first person who he thinks deserves it. Let's be honest though, what is Dexter without a high body count? Viewers aren't going to return for the reformed killer who has conquered his emotional and mental instabilities. Closure for the audience may not be the same as closure for Dexter, and we won't be surprised if Arthur Mitchell is a spark that lights a new fire in Dexter's soul. We'll find out exactly how Arthur Mitchell will return to Dexter when the revival premieres in the fall of 2021. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about Showtime's Dexter revival are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.